Yo, what is good, all my gamers out there? It's that one and only X-Predator Beast, and today you guys are watching some of that Battlefield 4 domination on everybody's favorite grenade spammy ass map, Operation Locker. Now I am using the MTAR, I should say the sexy ass MTAR with the red dot sight, muzzle brake, ergo grip, and laser sight. This gun just rips assholes apart, but I'm sure a lot of you guys already know that by now. This gun does not require no Vaseline to go in, guys. No Vaseline at all. Anyways, I know some of you guys may have already noticed from the beginning that it's the return to black bars. Yes, the black bars are on this video, and that's only because this is a older gameplay. Alright, some of you guys know that I already got a new mod there, and it came in a couple of weeks ago, and that's why a lot of the new gameplay that you guys been watching has no black bars on it whatsoever. But this is an older gameplay, and I figured I haven't uploaded any MTAR gameplay, so I figured I would just use this. So hopefully it doesn't bother you, and if it does bother you, well, tough titties, tough heart nipple piercing ass titties. Yep, I went there, guys. I freaking went there. But anyways, guys, on this video, I just wanted to talk about, is it time to move away from the modern day timeline in first person shooters? It's no secret that a lot of the first person shooters that we have been getting over the recent years have been, well, modern day. I mean, you had a few exceptions here and there, but for the most part, it's been mostly first person shooter, or excuse me, modern day era first person shooters, because, well, that's what sells. I want to know from you guys, do you think it's time to move away from that timeline as a whole? Do you think that we should just focus more, or developers should focus more on just on a different timeline and kind of get some different type of craze going on instead of this modern day era stuff? Or do you think that there's more that modern day era can provide us? You guys let me know in the comments how you feel. No, I think that it's time to move on from this timeline, but not completely. I still like modern day shooters, and I don't want to just sit there and go to this other this timeline craze where it's nothing but World War II or nothing but Vietnam. Although I think we're way overdue for a Vietnam game. Bad Company 2 Vietnam was dope. By the way, if you missed my previous video, you should go check that out. Bad Company 2 Vietnam gameplay. Need I say more? I mean, go ahead, watch that dopeness. What are you doing still standing here? Watch it. But anyways, I wouldn't want to go into another craze where it's nothing but that timeline, but mostly I should say, because not every first person shooter game that comes out is modern day. There are some exceptions out there, but for the most part they are, and I wouldn't want to see that again. Instead, what I would want is more of a mixed bag. I still want my modern day shooters, I should say, but I also want my Vietnam shooters. I also want some World War II shooters and futuristic shooters. I kind of just want a mixed bag. I want developers to kind of sit there and experiment a little bit more, and only do it if it makes sense. Don't change the timeline just to change the timeline's sake. Not just to say, hey, you know what, we want to be unique, so we're going to go back to World War II while everybody else is doing modern day era, because it doesn't matter if you're in the future or in the past, your game can still suck. Let's just keep it real here. Your game can still suck. So I want to see a timeline change, but more of a mixed bag. I still want my modern day shooters, but I just want my past shooters and future shooters, but only change the timeline if it makes sense with the story. Just don't do it just to do it. And that's what I think. I think that it is time to kind of move on a little bit, but just not completely yet, because I understand that modern day shooters still makes dollars. You know what I mean? And if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So I mean, it makes sense right now to make a lot more modern day shooters. That's why a lot of developers are sticking with this timeline, because that's what's selling right now. That's what's good for business. But eventually people are going to get tired and they're going to move on. I just hope it's not to the point where it's a drastic change and we only get futuristic shooters or something like that. Like I said, I'm all for a mixed bag, but you guys let me know how you feel about this in the comment. Do you think it's time to move on completely? Do you think that we should stay in the modern day era for a couple more years? You guys let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.